Hi, it's Farhan here. I am at the 90-day game plan in Harrogate, and look who I bumped into.
Hi.
Tell us who are you?
I'm Alison.
And what position are you in Juice Plus?
I'm the National Marketing Director. Pinch me now.
Hey.
I can't believe it.
And tell us about your story, Alison. How did you first hear about Juice Plus?
I was being interviewed again on a radio station about something. It's nothing to do with Juice Plus at all. It was about crystal healing. And I met a lady in the radio station who told me, started me talking about nutrition. And she told me about these fruit vegetables in capsules and how she juiced for 8 years and she found this like amazing solution so she didn't have to juice anymore. And then she turned back and started talking to somebody else. So I went away thinking, God, fruit vegetables in capsules, like I've got to find out more about that, and I couldn't get it out of my head. So the following weekend, I was at a Mind Body Spirit Fair, which is what the radio interview was about originally. And the stand next to me just happened to be the Juice Plus stand. And the lady who had the stand was Linda Clark, who told me that the lady in the radio station was Susie Mitchell. Who's like, well, we all know Susie Mitchell, love her to bits.
And for those people that don't know who Susie Mitchell is?
She is a presidential marketing director. She's actually Dr. Susie Mitchell. She is the third in line to Jeffrey Bertie, which makes me sixth in line to Jeffrey Bertie.
Oh wow! So what inspired you about Juice Plus? Why did you start getting involved? What did you do first?
Well, it was the product I got first because I developed arthritis in my hands, and I'm a creative artist and I make jewellery and things. So it was like really not too good for me having hands that I couldn't use, and I had splints on my wrists and all that sort of stuff. So I'd realised that it was definitely something to do with nutrition and the thoughts that were going into my head. So I knew I had to do something. So I'd already learned quite a lot about nutrition, but the thought of having 26 fruit and veg instead of I was probably having 4 or 5 in a smoothie every day, which I thought was brilliant, until I heard the weight get 26. It's like, gotta do it, just got to do it. Started taking capsules straight away, and I signed up to the business on the same day because something inside me knew that it was going to be life-changing, not just for me but the rest of my family as well. So I've got 4 teenagers at home, so hungry bunch.
Oh wow. And what happened when you started taking the product?
At first I noticed a difference in my skin because my hands were really dry. So when you pull your skin up like that, it used to stay up until I patted it down.
Oh dear.
Now, look at that.
Oh
Age
wow.
51, look at that.
Oh my gosh. You don't even look old enough to be 51. I thought you were in your early 40s.
I wish. After 3 months of being on capsules, I've got to say it's premium capsules, and I have to say, making no medical claims whatsoever. The pains in my fingers from arthritis started to fade away.
And was that the only thing you changed?
Yeah.
So you're doing everything else exactly the same, you just added capsules to your daily life?
Yeah, because my finger joint's quite swollen and really red, and all the redness went away, and the joints seemed to go not as swollen. And then after 4 months, I didn't need to wear the splints anymore.
Oh wow!
And then from that moment on, I could get back into my arty stuff, and I started doing fruit carvings. You might have seen on Facebook the Juice Plus watermelon. Seen that?
Yeah.
That's my handiwork.
Oh wow!
That's for somebody who couldn't even hold a knife.
Wow!
Can now carve intricate stuff like that.
And so tell us, after you started seeing all these health benefits, when did you start getting involved with it as a business?
It was in November 2011. I didn't get off to a very good start.
And why did you decide to do it as a business?
I'm a serial network marketer, and I can't resist an opportunity. And I've had to go at so many things, lost loads of money and all that sort of stuff.
And what's different about Juice Plus as a network marketing opportunity compared to those other ones?
The people that I'm involved with now. I've never been surrounded by so many positive people. And they were saying earlier on in the conference today that you are the 5 people who surround you. You become that. So I'm surrounded by thousands of positive people. Never mind 5. I've got thousands. So I'm just I use positivity now because I'm surrounded by it.
Oh wow.
And I like to inspire other people.
Wow.
And show them a different kind of lifestyle.
Wow. And so when you started building your business, what are the things you did? What's the actions you took to start building your business?
I've got to admit I did the whole thing on Facebook.
Right.
And I was actually told at the beginning that you can't just go and post it all over Facebook. Because nobody did then. Juice Plus wasn't heard of on social networks.
Right.
I'd never seen it before, so I started posting things out.
What sorts of things were you posting?
I was telling people how it made a difference to my life and my hands, and like how the family are all taking it now as well.
And what did people do off that? Like, did people literally just get in touch and?
Yeah, in the first month, I ended up with, I think it was 17 frontline distributors, but mainly in America. But at that point, I didn't really know what I was doing, so I didn't help them in the right way. So there's only a few of them original 17 still there. But funnily enough, even now, I've still got 17 frontline, but they're different.
Right.
They're different people.
Right.
It's like a few have dropped off and new ones have come in.
Right. So even though you didn't know exactly what you were doing, you didn't know necessarily to do the right things, are you successful in it as a business right now?
I am, yeah.
Yeah? How's it impacted the quality of your life?
Massively, because in the past I'd always tried to, but it's really important for me to be a stay-at-home mum. I'm on year 20. I've been a stay-at-home mum now, because my son's 20 this year.
Oh bless, well done.
And I've never been good at working for other people because I won't do as I'm told. So I think I've had three jobs. One that lasted half an hour. I worked at Tesco for a week, stacking shelves on the night shift.
Wow.
And then I did a teaching qualification, and I learned to teach. I was teaching jewellery making.
Right.
But I got in a bit of trouble because I got all my class singing and having a real good time, and I got in trouble for making too much noise. So
oh God.
I'm thinking, if these people can't walk out of my class feeling better than they did when they come in, then I don't want to do it anymore.
Right.
So that was the end of that.
Right.
And I've always tried to find my own way to make money.
Yeah.
I'd like make things to sell, make jewellery, do photography, turn my hand to anything just to get some money to stay at home.
Right.
So when I came across this business, it was just like, hang on, this is so easy. Why didn't I know about this years ago?
Right.
You know, 'cause my life would have been so much different if I had.
So now, what do you do to build your business now? As an NMD, what are you doing to?
I still do it on Facebook. I talk to people all day on Facebook. In fact, I have 3 computers, right? In this shed, and I'm doing a different thing on each one because I get confused switching from page to page.
Yeah.
And I've introduced my family into the business as well. My husband's frontline to me. He's a sales coordinator.
Well done.
My son's in the business. He's a senior direct distributor, and Tasha, who's here today, is absolutely brilliant. She's a brilliant leader, brilliant network marketing. She's a sales coordinator.
Right. So
She's just 18.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And so if someone were to start the business now, what advice would you give them? What would you say they have to do on a regular basis if they want to build a real sustainable business with this?
Say a little to a lot of people.
Yeah?
Rather than saying a lot to a few people, you know, just say, as we've learnt today in the conference, just encourage people to ask you questions, create curiosity, and hopefully they'll come back to you and get their email address just in case they don't, and work with your team.
And what do you love the most about having a Juice Plus business?
Time freedom, the people, events, coming to events it's like coming to a big family party. Especially like the international ones, it's just amazing.
Wow.
I love the way everybody just gets together and has a good time.
Wow.
You know, and it doesn't matter whether you're like a dealer or whether you're presidential marketing director. We all just have fun and we all just have a laugh.
Wow. And if someone were considering Juice Plus, they were considering the products or they were considering the business, and they were skeptical or they had their doubts, what would you say to them?
I tell them about my husband, who was exactly the same.
Go on, tell us about him.
Because when I started, because I've been doing other network marketing things that hadn't worked out, and he'd always been there to pick up the pieces for me. Supported me through everything that I've done. Sometimes, like, not with a smile, but he supported me all the time. And when I started Juice Plus, in his eyes, it was like, oh God, here she goes again. But he stood by me, even though he was thinking, oh, what are you wasting money on now? But I knew in my heart that like this was it, this is the one. And then when he saw the difference in my hands and the difference it was making to my general health, he was like, oh, go on then, we'll give it a go. And he started on fruit and veg capsules, but he wouldn't splash out and get the premium. I only found out when I ran out of berries that he'd been stealing my berries.
So you had been enjoying them?
Yeah, but without telling me. And it was a bit awkward really, because the pains that he had in his legs when he had the berries, then pains went. Bless you.
Excuse me.
And then when I ran out of berries, the pains in my hands started coming back. So we knew then that it's like the combination of the 3 different capsules together is so powerful. Whatever ailment or you've got, or even if you haven't got an ailment, just for your general well-being, it's just so powerful.
Cool.
I'd never ever be without them.
Wow.
And the whole family, there's 6 of us at home, we're all on Juice Plus Premium, we're all on Complete, and it's the top of our shopping list. And if anybody says, yeah, but how can you afford all that? I say, it's number 1 on the shopping list. I do without the bread, the sugar, the butter, the cheese, all that stuff. Get rid of all that to pay for Juice Plus. But I don't need to do that because I'm an National Marketing Director now.
Wow.
But, a little bit of like history going back a few more years. I was in a position 4 years ago where I failed miserably in a business. I know "fail's" the wrong word, but it all went pear-shaped and it spiraled right down into like thousands and thousands of debt. Lost all my self-esteem and everything, and I'm not a happy bunny. It's not like me. It's like to smile all the time. And then I was just thought, I can either sit here and feel sorry for myself, or I can get up, dust myself down and have another go. And that's what I did, and this is my other go. So, best decision I ever made in my life.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And where do we find you online?
My website is www.entrepreneuress.co.uk. Don't ask me to spell it.
That's all right. We'll stick a link below. And your Facebook?
Is Alison Hamlin Hughes. And my Twitter is alison.hamlin.hughes.
Excellent.
I'm easy to find. If you just search Alison Hamlin Hughes in Google, it'll come up with all sorts of stuff. Might be things that I've made or people that I know, but you'll find me there somewhere.
Excellent. Yeah. Thank you so much. Have an awesome day.
Thank you.